There's movement everywhere from little bodies at Unwind Indoor Play Cafe. They're zipping down slides with smiles, courageously climbing walls, and stacking towers of foam blocks. At first glance, it may look like your average play area, but what you won't find here in Pineville is loud background music, bright colors, and equipment that kids can get lost in.
We made them in an open concept so that no matter where you sit, you have a clear view of your child. The slide behind me is a clear slide, and that was done on purpose.
Everything was done with a purpose because founder Patricia Carruthers knows firsthand what it's like being a parent at a play area and not being able to keep an eye on your autistic child.
A lot of the places that are built for children are more commercialized, and they're thinking about all the fun things, but maybe not realizing it could be sensory overload for children like Charlie that have autism.
So if a child shows up disorganized, excitable, and disconnected, there's not a chance they're going to be able to perform to their fullest potential. So what we do is we regulate those systems. That's your vestibular, proprioceptive, and deep pressure systems. We regulate those by activities that are included here at Unwind, which swinging, spinning, hanging upside down.
Pediatric occupational therapist Heidi Tringali is one of the two partners Unwind works with to provide additional support for families while they're visiting. The other is speech-language pathologist Rebecca Rao.
When we're playing with each other, it's a whole different system that we're using versus sitting at a table. We're moving our bodies, we're getting sensory integration, we're using different materials and techniques, and again, we're letting the child lead. Play-based therapy.
Oh, it feels like Christmas, Charlie.
3 years ago, Patricia learned her 7-year-old son Charlie had autism. She says it caused him to get easily distracted in class and have to move around a lot. Eventually, his school asked for him to be removed. When her family couldn't find another school, she had to quit her job to homeschool him.
We went through like a stage of figuring things out, because we obviously don't expect to have that type of news.
Can I have a hug? That was so beautiful.
To receive a diagnosis of autism, you don't know what to expect. So it takes a while for you to kind of process that information.
What Patricia also had to process were the looks from strangers when Charlie had a meltdown.
If there's a combination of too many sounds, he starts shouting, or he may feel like he needs to cover his ears. And so for someone that doesn't know that he has autism, it looks like a behavior issue.
In September 2023, she decided it was time for her family to stop missing out on the fun and finally have a place where they could unwind.
The struggle that we've gone through, like to be tapped out, like I've put all chips in to create this, quite literally.
That includes selling their Still Creek home, using the equity to invest in Unwind, and all of the household expenses fell on Christopher.
It made us get down on our knees and pray. What ultimately this has done is cause healing for the community.
Great job.
But it caused healing in our home because now we are best friends.
That healing can be felt by parents like Aislinn Martinez. Her son Caleb is an example of the 1 in 40 North Carolina kids diagnosed with autism spectrum disorders. She brings him here to play all the time.
He's able to unwind himself and be himself for a little bit, for the time that we're here, and not be as, frustrated that, oh, it's too packed or it's too loud.
Caleb, like most kids, has a favorite spot.
As soon as he comes in, he's already like looking at the ball pit, and he's like eyeing it like that's where I'm going. And then it's always, as soon as he comes in, he's at the door and he's like looking in like, is it still there?
While the ball pit looks like just a fun activity, experts say it, along with the sensory light-up floor tiles and climbing wall, play a major role in the development of autistic children.
It has given me resilience to fight through challenges. I don't have a choice to say, oh, I'm not gonna take on the challenge. Like, I have to find a way to get through the challenge because there's no other way. Like, he's my son.
Patricia may never know how her fight for her son changed the lives of so many families. For Carolina Impact, I'm Dara Khalid.
Thanks for watching, and if you don't want to miss any more great regional stories, please subscribe to our PBS Charlotte YouTube channel.